back with what I think will be my final painting of these big sixes. And how I can tell that I'm coming close to the end is that I'm actually making smaller and smaller marks on these now. I'm loving the amount of brightness that there is next to the opaque lighter layers that I'm putting on top, the grays, the creams. It almost looks like white, but it's not really white. And I'm just putting a little bit more of the finishing touch to each of the compositions now that I've got the tape off. As you can see, it's just little marks. There's just bits and pieces that I'm doing here. It's all just a little bit of balancing now to get each one feeling individual in its own right, feeling like it's got enough of the light to darker colours, enough of a composition happening from the bottom right through to the top of the painting. It can be quite difficult to see when the tape's on. So once the tape's off, I'll be a little bit careful around the edges. I don't mind getting the peaks of colour that comes through when I am going close to the edge, but not quite. I will be careful. If I'm feeling like I need to do a lot more, I would tape them back up again. But I know that there's just bits and pieces in the actual painting itself that won't affect the sides so much. And I'm pretty much there with the 4 that you can see that I've only been doing little bits and pieces with. There's still my 2 problem children, which are the bottom left and bottom right. These 2, and it often happens when you're working on a set. There's often the ones that just don't seem to come together the way that the others do. And I persist with them, and I'm persisting with them because I can see something in them. It's like they're wanting me to take them in a different direction, but it's not quite there yet. So you will see me going back and forward with both of these pieces, particularly this one down the bottom. But I don't get anywhere. They don't end up being part of the 6. But they have got stuff about them, so I'm going to persist with them, but just on a different day. So if you do this, if you create 6 and you find that there's a couple that just don't work, it happens to the best of us. It is just the way it is with painting, and you can never predict which ones are going to work out and which ones don't, and what might save them. Sometimes you just need to give them a big long break before you come back into them. But I'm pretty happy with getting to the point with at least 4 of these feeling very, very complete. So it's time to cut these up, to see them all individually, to make sure that when I'm not looking at them next to each other, that they do feel complete. So I'll run the scissors through these, making sure I don't go onto the edge of the painting. If I frame them, the white will go anyway, so I don't mind that it has got a uneven white edge around the sides. These are the final 4, and these are the way that I think that they're going to go. I'm pretty happy with these. They're bright. There's lots of interest in them, and so it's just time to get those signed. I choose a different color that works with each one individually, and there they are. That's 4 final pictures, and there they are in situ, just to give you an idea of what